Assalamu alaikum students, I am Usman from Conceptual Chemistry Zone and today we will discuss the metallic and non-metallic character and its trend along the periods and the groups in the periodic table. But first of all, if you are new on my channel, I will request you to subscribe my channel so that you can get more informative videos like this. The first part of this video will be in English, in which I will explain the metallic and non-metallic character in English language, and the next part of this video in Urdu or Hindi language. और अगर आप ये टॉपिक उर्दू में समझना चाहते हैं तो आप इस वीडियो को दरमियान से भी स्विच कर सकते हैं. Before talking about the metallic and non-metallic character, you should know that the periodic table is divided into three basic categories of elements. The first one is metals, and then the metalloids, and then the non-metals. When we look at the periodic table, we will come to know that the group 1a elements and 2a elements, except hydrogen, all are purely metals. And the elements which are present at the middle of the periodic table and which are indicated by the sky blue color are all transition metals which are belong to the. But when we move forward towards the group 2b, including zinc, cadmium and mercury, they are pseudo-transition metals. The elements of group 4a, 5a and 6a, which are represented by orange color, they are called metalloids or semi-metals. They have the properties of metals as well as non-metals, so they behave in between the metallic character and non-metallic character. Except them, the other elements from group 3a to 7a all are non-metals. So when we move from left to right in a period, the first two groups belongs to pure metals, and the next 10 groups, which are transition metals, they are also metallic in nature. But when we move further from group 3a to 7a, the elements are usually non-metals. So we can say that the periodic table is divided into three basic categories of elements, which are metallic in nature, non-metallic in nature, and the metalloids. Before going in the studies of periodicity or the trend of metallic and non-metallic character, we will discuss the certain properties of metals and non-metals. The metals are those elements which can lose the electrons very easily, and when they lose their electrons, they form positive ions. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Metals also form basic oxides, and when these oxides are dissolved in water, they form bases, as shown by the example in which the sodium oxide is dissolved in water and 2 mole NaOH, which is sodium hydroxide, will produce. On the other hand, the nonmetals are those elements which can gain electron very easily. As we know, the group 3a elements to the 7a elements are nonmetallic in nature. They are more electronegative, so they have the tendency to gain more electrons. And whenever Now let's talk about the periodicity or the periodic trend of the metallic and non-metallic character. First of all, we should know that the metallic and non-metallic character depends upon the nuclear charge and the size of the atom. As we know, the size of the atom increases when we move from top to bottom in a group. So we can say that the metallic character increases when we move top to the bottom in any group with the increase of the size of the atom. So we can say that the size of the atom is directly proportional to the metallic character. So we can say that when we move from top to bottom, the ability of the elements to lose electron increases because their size increases. When the size increases, the pull of the nucleus on the outermost shell decreases, so they can lose their electrons very easily. So we can say that when we move from top to the bottom in any group, the metallic character increases. And in contrary, the non-metallic character decreases. And when we move from left to right in a period, the metallic character decreases. As we know, the group 1A and 2A elements are pure metals, and when we move from 3A, 4A, 5A, and so on towards the 7A, the trend changes from the metallic character to non-metallic character, and the elements become non-metallic in nature. The group 5A, 6A, and 7A elements are pure non-metallic in nature, and by keeping in view in the image of the periodic table, we can say that when we move top to bottom in any group, the non-metallic character decreases, and when we move from group 1A, 2A towards the 3A, 4A, 5A, 7 towards the 7A, the non-metallic character increases. And as we know, the fluorine, which is the representative element of the halogen, belongs to the group 7A, are most non-metallic in nature. Whenever we study the metallic and non-metallic character, we should keep in mind when we say the metallic character, we mean that the ease of removal of electron from any element, and when we say the non-metallic character, then we mean that we are talking about tendency of any element to gain electron. And so we conclude that the group 1A and 2A elements are good losers of electrons. They can lose electron very easily, so they are most metallic in nature, and the elements which are present at the right side of the periodic table belongs to group 6A, 7A are good gainer of electrons. They can gain electrons very easily, so we can say that they are non-metallic in nature. If you really like this video, then please subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.